All right. So I I don't even know where to start. So I don't want to be the guy who's like the negative guy and says like, "Oh, New World's gonna die. New World is trash. New World is is blah 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 blah." Like I'm not saying that New World is dying. I could easily make a clickbait title and do something like that. I'm not that guy. I don't like to say a game is dying. I don't like to say it's dead. I don't like to say it is the end of the world. The game, if this isn't changed tonight, the game will never be successful. I don't like saying those things because at the end of the day, nobody knows the future. Nobody knows what the future holds. Some people may like something that you don't like. It is what it is. But this is not about my preferences. For example, when it comes to PvP, PvP being forced flag and open world, for example, that would be my preference. Obviously, that's not Amazon Games' preference, but that's a subjective preference. This is not about subjectivity. This is about objectivity. This is about the game not functioning properly. And Amazon, what what is going on? What is going on? The things that I have seen happen to this game in the past few patches are some of the worst things I've ever seen in any MMO to date. And I just can't understand why. Now, don't get me wrong. I really love New World. Like I've played this game for 560 hours now. I love it. I think it's a very good game. I enjoy my time playing it. But this isn't about me. This is about the game having longevity and lasting. Somehow, it sustained a pretty solid player base. If you check the Steam charts, the game's player base isn't dwindling too much. It's pretty stagnant right now, around 350 to 400,000 players every single day. That's great. But these bugs and these issues that are plaguing the game are not seeing any sort of resolution, and they're getting worse. They're not getting better; they're getting worse. And I don't see anyone talking about it. I don't see any content creators. I don't see anyone doing it. So I guess I have to. So the first thing that I want to say is um bots for one. Like just today, uh, look, just bot here, bot no sorry, bot here, bot here, bot here, bots everywhere, right? And this is tame. It's usually worse than this. I even got a whisper from a bot. Like, what is so hard about having a system that can scan when someone is selling gold? They're literally spamming the same message 1,000 times a day, and just ban them. Each account costs $40. So there has to be some kind of process that will slow them down eventually if you're consistently banning them. It's getting so bad with bots sometimes that people don't even talk in the chat anymore on my server. Like right now, like I said, right now it's tame. But there you go. It's ridiculous. I've never seen this much bot spam in an MMO in my life. Like you have to do something about this. If you have to require Azov to talk in global, something has to be done for these bots to be solved. And do you understand how many people are buying gold? You know how many people are buying gold and completely ruining the economy, but won't say anything? Especially on my server, it's ridiculous, and you're just allowing it. Nothing's being done about it. I haven't seen anyone that's bought gold be banned. So what's going on? Isn't that against the rules? And then we have tooltips. There are tooltips in this game that have been broken since closed beta. It's closed beta. There's a perk on armor called Resilience that only works resilient that only works. It's supposed to only work for crit. It says critical hits, but it works for all. So that means that if you don't have resilient on your armor, it's useless. So if you go to the market and check the market, there are people making great armors that no one will buy because it doesn't have resilient on it. That's a problem. There's hundreds and hundreds of perks in this game, but there's only one that matters because it's bugged. Don't even get me started on weapon abilities like the Ice Gauntlet. And the fact that the storm is terrible, it doesn't work half the time, and if it does work, it barely does any damage. It ticks half. Sometimes it ticks once. Sometimes it ticks half. It doesn't root. It doesn't stun. Sometimes it's ridiculous. Some of these tooltips are still inaccurate. This is still wrong. And then you have people, and then even worse than everything that I'm saying here, you have people that are duping gold and some of the best items in the game, and nothing's being done about it. You had people glitch farming an elite run that you said on the forums that you didn't want them to do and they be banned, but everyone was doing it and no one got banned. So now I got penalized being a player that followed the rules and didn't do it. Well, I should have been doing it with them because they didn't get banned. They specifically knew they'd get banned, and they said, well, the 24-hour ban is worth it. And they didn't even get that. So I'm behind because I followed the rules. And you guys think that's okay. I've seen ridiculous things. I've seen campfires inside of towns. The last patch, thank God they re-rolled it, but the last patch you could spam crouch and get healed. And if you spammed that while you were in an ice storm, you took extra damage. Like, what's going on? What is going on? If you guys are having issues patching this game and fixing things, and don't even get me started on wars. Oh God, oh my God, don't even talk about wars. Don't talk about when there's more than a few players on the screen, please. But if you guys are having issues with patching this game, fixing this game, why can you not just be open about it? Why can you not just say, hey guys, we're trying to fix this issue, but we're running across this problem. This problem is really getting in the way. This problem is really, we're working on those tooltips. We got a person that's going through the game, or we can't work on tooltips right now because we have to fix this. Or we're gonna get that ice gauntlet bug fixed. We're gonna get that perk that doesn't work, it hasn't been working for months. We're gonna get that fixed. Or we can't get it fixed right now because XYZ. Just communicate. Because I just don't see how a game with this many objective issues, where the game is telling you one thing and then the opposite happens, it's an objective issue. I don't know how it's going to last. I don't know how many people are going to be so patient with this. I'm extremely patient because I love the game. But not everyone loves the game as much as I do. Not as many people who are new to the game are going to love it as much as someone who has already seen it, what it was when it was good, when it was better than this. In closed beta, the game was so much better than this. There was so much less bugs and glitches. How is that possible? How is a closed beta more optimized than the release? Like, I'm not saying this to be an asshole. I'm not saying this because I'm like, I just want to rant and rage. I'm saying this out of genuine care, compassion, and concern. I just want you guys to be open. You guys need to do a live stream and just come out and admit it, or type it up, something, post it on the forums. Guys, we're having problems on the back end here, and we don't know how to fix this issue. It's all it takes. If you had that, I'd be like, okay, well, at least they're trying. They're explaining what's going on. Communication. That's it. Just communicate with us. We'll understand. Most of us, anyway, will understand. We won't make fun of you. It's hard to develop an MMO. We get it. We appreciate you. Just come on, man. You gotta try harder with it. You gotta try harder. You gotta explain what's going on. At least that's my opinion. But these objective issues, they man, I don't know, man.